Hi, I'm Sheena. This is Samson with Animal Haven Rescue, and we're watching the Caine interviews on Cat TV Fayetteville.
Hello, and welcome to the Caine Interviews. I'm Shannon Caine. In the studio with me today is Sheena Hodges from Animal Haven, a no-kill shelter in the Fayetteville area. We'll be talking about animal rescue, the importance of spaying and neutering animals, and how people can adopt a companion animal from Animal Haven. Sheena, welcome to the show.
Hi, Shannon.
Now, how long have you been involved in animal rescue?
About 10 years.
Okay. Now, what does your organization do exactly?
There's no county shelter, so basically what we do is we work with stray, abandoned, neglected, and abused animals outside of the city limits.
Okay. What happens to an animal once it goes into your care?
Once it comes into our care, we deworm it, we vaccinate it, get all the fleas and ticks off of it, vaccinate, spay and neuter, and then actively seek homes.
Okay. How many animals do you usually find yourself taking care of at any given time?
It all depends. This is a big puppy season now, so anywhere from 50 to 70.
Wow. Okay. Now, you seem to primarily deal with dogs, but do you rescue other types of animals as well?
Small-time cats. We don't really have a facility for cats, so the cats that we do work with have to be in foster homes, so that is by limited space.
Okay. Why did you initially get involved in animal rescue?
After I moved here from New Mexico, I found that I was living on a high drop-off area, and I just started taking in stray dogs, and it just kind of grew from there.
Okay. What are some of the causes of unwanted animals?
Well, the big cause is by people not spaying and neutering.
All right. And let's talk about spaying and neutering for a moment. How important is it really for people to spay and neuter their animals?
It's probably the most important thing you can do for your animal.
All right. Even above abuse and abandonment, would you suggest that the continued refusal of the general public to spay and neuter their pets constitutes animal cruelty?
I would say that in a way. A female dog that has sets of puppies after puppies after puppies and then usually eventually dies in childbirth would constitute a form of abuse. And what a lot of other people don't understand about male dogs is that they live a life of mental torture by not being neutered. They usually will die at a younger age and can die of testosterone cancer.
Okay. Are there any programs for low-income families to defray the cost of spaying and neutering their pets?
Yes, right now there's a great program. If you call the Fayetteville shelter at 444-3456 and ask about the low-cost program.
Okay. How difficult is animal rescue? I mean, you get to play with cute, fuzzy animals all day, right? I mean, what could be so hard about it?
No, that is the fun part of it, but unfortunately there's a lot of work that goes along with it. Keeping it clean takes a lot. Running animals constantly to the vet. If there's an injury or, the spaying and neutering appointments, the animals come in kind of in a state of shock. They've been abandoned and they're in a state of shock, working with them mentally. Working with abused animals, a lot of hard work.
Okay. You had mentioned veterinary visits. Is that one of the major expenses incurred by your organization?
Yes, besides the food, we do keep our animals on a high quality diet. Besides the food, then of course the flea and tick prevention, the vet bills do add up a lot. If we get a dog in that needs a surgery, we will not euthanize it. We will go ahead and get the dog the surgery.
Wow, okay. So with all that expense, how is your organization funded?
Well, we're a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and what that means is that we are registered with the Internal Revenue Service, and any donations that we do get are tax deductible.
Okay. Now, you do adoption clinics out at PetSmart. When could people find you there?
We're there the second, third, and fourth Saturday of every month between 11 and 4. And now that the farmers market will be opening soon, we will be there every Saturday also.
Okay, so folks can come by either the farmers market or PetSmart and have a look at some of the animals that you
Right.
have up for adoption.
Right.
Okay. When an animal is ready for adoption, what criteria do you look for in a potential adopter?
Well, we have an application that they fill out, and all of the board members look at that application to see if it's the right match. If the application looks good, we schedule a home visit. We take the dog out to see, that's still part of the application process, to see if it really is a good match. Maybe they have a cat or kids, and we want to see how the dog reacts in the whole family environment. We have an application that must be signed, and we call and follow up and see how the animal's doing after that.
Okay. Now, what are some warning signs from potential adoptive homes? What sort of homes would you absolutely not adopt an animal to?
Well, we do have a question that we ask on why they want this animal. If they answer something like, our last 5 dogs were run over, that would be a big warning sign.
Yeah. Okay. Now, you require home checks before you'll place an animal with an adopter. How important is the home visitation process, and do you use any other means of screening the adoptive families?
The application is the big screening,
Okay.
just to make sure that we have the right match. And the home visit is important. That way we can put the animal in their new family environment and see how it's all going to work out.
And you can see, I suppose, if the information given you on the form jives with the reality of the home.
That's correct.
Is there a fence? How big is it? That sort of thing. It's always
Right.
important to know. Okay, what preparation do you give the dogs before they go to a new home? Are they totally up on shots and everything?
They've been vaccinated. They've been heartworm tested. They've been microchipped.
Okay.
And all of them have been spayed and neutered.
All right. So you won't place an animal that hasn't been spayed or neutered?
No, they're all going out spayed and neutered.
Right, and they don't go into homes with unaltered animals?
No, all the
right?
companion animals in the home must be spayed or neutered.
Okay. Now, how can people help Animal Haven continue its work? What kind of contributions or volunteer efforts are needed?
Well, we love volunteers. We need foster homes. A lot of times if the dog can get out of the shelter environment and get into a home and say, yes, it's house trained, it can get adopted a lot faster. We do provide the food, the crate, everything that's needed for the animal. We provide. We need transportation to get to our adoption clinics. We need, we always need dog food, cat food, toys, monetary donations to help with the vet bills.
Right. And the monetary donations are probably one of the biggest ways of helping, I would imagine.
They really are, because the vet bills do add up.
Okay. Now, if someone were presently unable to adopt one of your animals, like due to living in an apartment with a no pets clause or something, but they still wanted to help a specific animal at your shelter until it was adopted out, what could they do?
Well, we have a sponsorship program. They can select an animal or just give a general sponsorship every month.
Okay. Well, now you've brought one of your adoptable dogs with you. Let's meet Samson.
Samson,
Samson,
come on.
come up here, guy. Now, whoa, come here, fella. Now, that's a good
shot of him.
here. We've got a nice shot of Samson's butt here. Okay. Now, Samson is a miniature pinscher, and I'm glad to see him here. That's my breed. I have miniature pinschers. And can you tell us a little bit about Samson?
Samson was, we took Samson in from an older couple that didn't understand the breed.
Right.
Miniature pinschers are very high-strung, very active little dogs, and a little hard to house train. He's pretty good, but there's still the little marking, you know, that goes along with him. And my joke is when God invented the minpin, she invented the paper towel.
Yeah.
So he's a lot of fun. He's smart. He's a great dog, but you know he's a high energy dog, not for everyone.
Right, and the minpin in general is not for everyone.
No, and a lot of people think that a miniature pinscher is a Doberman, and it's not. It's a terrier. And I think that means terror in German. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so a minpin will be more prone to have the terrier temperament, which is notorious.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. And how old is Samson?
Samson's
roughly?
2.
He's 2. Okay, so he's still a relatively young guy.
Yeah, he is.
And you know, something I might stress here is the importance of considering taking an adult dog into the home as opposed to starting fresh with a puppy. You have a dog with more experience with people, more experience in being in a home. And
puppies are hard.
Puppies are very difficult, and they're past the puppy stage where, or we hope, you know, where they will chew the sofa down.
Right.
And, you know, and a lot of times your older dogs are house trained.
A lot of people have the misconception that if they have children, they need a puppy to raise with the children. Most times with the puppy will jump up and scratch or nip, and it's really not really the best choice for a child. To get an older, more mature dog that's been around children and calmer is usually a better choice.
Right. Okay, now if someone's interested in adopting Samson or any of your other animals, how would they begin the process?
Well, we have a message phone that if you would call and leave a message, we try and return those calls as quickly as possible, and that's 267-2590. Or you can go to our website, which is animalhavenrescue.com.
Okay. Could you tell us about some of your other dogs that are currently up for adoption?
Well, we do. We have a lot of puppies right now. We have some really nice little German Shepherd mixed puppies, little Lab mixed puppies, a little pit bull puppy, and then we have some really nice older dogs. We've got a house-trained Basset mix. Loves kids, would be a great kids dog. We have a Great Pyrenees, we have a Rhodesian Ridgeback, we have a real cute little Australian cattle dog, and a lot of really just mixes that are just really nice temperament dogs.
So you tend to get probably more mixes than purebreds.
We do.
Yeah. Okay, well, tell us one of your success stories.
Well, in a way, they're all success stories. If they're, you know, running, if they're stray and starving, and then they move on and get a good home. But one that stands out is a beagle. She was brought to the shelter, and her arm was kind of dangling, and I could see that she had been hit by a car. What I didn't realize is when we had rushed her to the vet, that had been over a month, that she had actually shattered the bone in her leg, and so we had to do the amputation. But after that, she really blossomed, and in fact, 2 weeks after her amputation, she got away from me and ran like the wind down the road, and it didn't stop her. Was a great little dog, and one of our volunteers ended up adopting her, and she's their little princess, and that was a great story. That the vet said that she probably would have died from a bone infection, and she just really blossomed and became a little couch potato and stuff after that.
Oh, that's really neat. Well, we've been talking with Sheena Hodges from Animal Haven Rescue, and I'm Shannon Caine for the Caine Interviews. Thanks for watching.